The UFC 311 press conference just took place featuring Islam Makhachev, Tsarukyan, Merab Umar Nurmagomedov, Renato Moicano, Benil Dariush, Prochazka, Jamahal Hill, Reina Dorida, and Kevin Holland. And I'm going to give my reaction to it right now. It was not a very hyped up press conference because there weren't a lot of this wasn't like, oh, I wonder what Covington is going to say at this one. I wonder how these two are going to go back and forth. However, there was hype for this press conference, and the hype was who's going to be the first person to set off Merab, and it did not take long. I'm going to go through all of the major moments of the press conference, but I'm telling you, within the first minute of questions being asked, Merab had been annoyed by something, okay? He was asked by a media member, what do you think about Umar's comments about you and saying that he's more Georgian than you are or something along those lines. And then Merab is off. It doesn't take much to get Merab going. They poke him once. Umar says one little jab and Merab is just, hey, everybody, I want to say you can't say this because of Dagestan and Russia because, hey, where are you from? Because I got to go to America to train and become better at fighting, and everybody train in America, and he's discussing migration. He is explaining to us the concept of migration for about 5 minutes at the start of this press conference. That's not a joke, okay? Dana White says, wow, I'm really fired up to be here in LA. I don't know why Dana said that. Why are you mentioning how fired up you are right now, Dana? Too soon. Or maybe too early. Maybe the Flames haven't got there yet. But, yeah, really fired up to be here in LA, are you, Dana White? You insensitive guy. Didn't think for a second about what he was saying before he said it. And then Yuri's at Jamahal Hill's getting chanted Shama chants over the top of what he's saying. I mean, the crowd basically made the press conference plus Merab. That's what it was. We'll get into some more of Merab's things that he was talking about, but Merab would just go off on just some tangent like, hey, everyone, I want to say because Umar he talk a lot because I'm from Georgia, but hey, I know where you from because the Russia, the Dagestan, where are you from? And he's laughing about Russia taking over Dagestan. Where are you from? You not have country. I migrate to USA because what's happening to me, brother? Because hey, why you take me away, brother? I make you small, brother. Why? Oh, brother, I can't know what to happen, brother. I need help. Somebody send me to America, brother, because everybody talk about migration pattern from Georgia to America for better training, bro. Hey. Oh, what you know, everybody? I'm in Prize Picks today because they sponsor me to make video because Umar tell me that Prize Picks don't have, because I don't think I can do it in a Merab voice, but CFB, are you guys paying attention to the national championships? CFB, free pick. The Natty, free pick. Will Howard, projection discount. A free card to add in, but must be combined with at least one more pick. Crazy. Would you guys believe it? I don't know about this, but if you do, you know how good of a deal this is. Either way, this is the MMA stuff. Play $5, new members, using code GURU to sign up. Get 50 to play with instantly. Okay, guys, this is a crazy deal. I've chosen Islam Makhachev and Tsarukyan to land more than 57 significant strikes and a half for Makhachev and 54 and a half for Tsarukyan because I think it will go the distance. Good luck! Go to Prize Picks and use code GURU. Let's go through it all, though. Money Moicano starts the show, throwing money at the crowd, okay? Living up to his name, Money Moicano. Renato Moicano throws cash into the crowd. It rains down in front of him. And this is so that he cannot afford to lose. Because if he had that money on him and didn't throw it away, there'd be a chance that he could afford to lose. But he can't. And he needs to make sure that he can't afford to lose by throwing away his money before every fight. Genius from Renato Moicano. Genius stuff. And I think it's fair to say that Renato Moicano is now a fan favorite. He's a fan favorite now. You know, he's a big name, fan favorite. Everybody's cheering anytime he picks up the microphone, even if it is to yap about Texas politics and Gavin Newsom and all of this stuff that he's going on about. People are loving it, okay? So that's one thing from Arman Tsarukyan. Arman Tsarukyan, however, we move on to him. He's getting a massive pop from the crowd. I guess there's a lot of Armenians in the crowd in LA. People were warning us of this. Not warning, but, they were saying there's going to be a lot of Armenians. It's going to be a very pro-Arman Tsarukyan crowd. So they were cheering on Arman, even though Arman missed a big money fight, I'm a super fight only type of guy, has nothing to say of interest whatsoever. You're up there on stage with Umar and Islam Makhachev, and you're the boring one. How is that possible? All good, though. Media immediately provoked Merab with the Umar Georgia question. I guess we can just talk about that outside of the voice that he was doing. But yeah, Merab immediately gets provoked. Oscar Willis knew who his first target was. Hey, Merab, what do you think about Umar's comments? Hey, everybody, I say, because... And immediately he's off. There's no... You haven't got to do much to get Merab going. I swear. Umar mentions one thing about he's more Georgian than Merab. Apparently, Merab's dad is Armenian or something. I don't even know what's going on with Merab, but there's some doubt on his 100% Georgianness. This is what these two are arguing about on stage. And then Merab just says, where are you from? You from Dagestan or you from Russia, brother? And he starts mocking Umar for Dagestan being taken over by Russia. Merab didn't take much. One comment, and he's on military expansion of Russia and mocking Umar for losing in that regard. Crazy. He goes off, Merab's screaming, and then Umar starts going back at him about, you're not from Georgia either, you're from America, all of this type of stuff. And then Merab starts, again, explaining the idea of immigration to the crowd like we don't know for about 5 minutes straight. I'm thinking, when is Jamahal Hill going to get a question? When are they going to ask Moicano a question? I'm worried that we're not going to get to everyone on stage by the time Merab has done yapping about the concept of migration. So that's Merab's input there. Yuri shaved his head for a woman going through cancer. Of course, that was a post on ESPN a while ago. This woman did her hair in the style of Yuri before she had to shave it for chemotherapy. So Yuri shaved his head for the woman. Everyone was cheering. He'll donate 1 million crowns. First he said 1 million. It got, the crowns. He made sure to specify. Dana had to then re-say it for him because people weren't giving it the pop that it deserved, I guess, because they weren't really understanding it. I think people were just cheering that Yuri was on the microphone. So they just started cheering and stuff. But yeah. So he's going to donate 50k to some charity to do with that. And Dana's going to match it. So that was like a wholesome moment from Yuri Prochazka at the press conference. There's really no chance for Jamahal Hill to come across as the fan favorite. Yuri really made sure there's no chance at a cheer for Jamahal Hill on the walkout to this fight. Umar asks Merab why he goes to America, even though Umar also goes to America to train at AKA. So that was a weird little argument those two were having, because the whole time I'm like, Merab, I know you're discombobulated right now because he's making you think. So Merab is lost, Umar literally stun-locked Merab into explaining migration for about 5 minutes. He stun-locked him. He had him trapped, trying to explain himself. And I'm just thinking the whole time, Merab, just say Umar trains in the US as well. And then move on. But no, Merab is just off. And he's up. And he's animated. And he's screaming and shouting. And we're getting nowhere in the conversation. Other than that, Sharma chants at Jamahal Hill. Jamahal Hill literally gets asked a question. And the entire crowd is booing and starting chants of Sharma. I don't even remember what Jamahal Hill said, the fans are fickle. They're on Alex's meat. Then he says a gay thing and then says pause. Yeah, that's what I wrote down. I said he says a gay thing and then says pause. He said something like, they're on Alex's meat. They're on people's meat. And then he said, and then the meat's right in front of their face. Pause. Jamahal Hill. You say pause when you didn't mean to say the obviously gay thing. He said something so obviously gay just so he could say pause afterwards. But I thought Jamahal Hill should have gone full Hill. Full Hill. Change that I in your surname and the other L to an EEL. That's what needs to happen. Jamahal Hill should have stood up and said, I hope this fucking place burns to the ground. I don't know if that's who Jamahal Hill is. He probably doesn't want to be a character. He's trying to be himself up there as well. But I would have loved it if Jamahal Hill would have just said, oh, yeah, booing me? All right, fuck him then. Stood up and started going at the crowd. That would have been good. But he's being himself. And we'll find out this Saturday. Yuri and Jamahal Hill. That's a big matchup. We got Moicano getting a standing ovation. This is what I love about the sport, though. I love that a guy like Moicano is just getting a standing ovation now at press conferences. Honestly, that's just an absolute gem of the sport. You know when a guy who should have got the fan respect for ages finally gets it? You know when you catch him, oh, they're cheering. Jim Miller. What the hell? You know what I mean? Jim Miller's walking out and they're going crazy. This is when the MMA fans really live up to the expectations. You know what I'm saying? Where you're like, okay, they're doing their thing. They're cheering the right people. Like if Trevor Peake walked up on stage and the whole crowd went wild, I'd be like, these are the craziest MMA fans ever. You know? But Moicano's getting a standing ovation. Says that he can't afford to lose. Everyone goes crazy. Says, hey, I cannot afford to lose, brother. I'm a free market capitalist. And I'm going to eat what I kill, brother. He's a free market capitalist. He starts talking about the first responders and then mentions Texas politics and the state taxes. That was it. Not Texas politics. He was talking about state taxes in LA and how bad they are. And you deserve better than the Constitution, brother, because Gavin Newsom, he crazy. This guy, you need better than him, brother. He starts going off and I don't think many people really understood that part of it, but eventually he said he cannot afford to lose again, so everyone starts going crazy again in the crowd. Dariush says, oh no, he also says he's gonna fuck up Beneil Dariush, you know what I mean? Where much respect to him, but this is Money Moicano's time. And then Dariush says, we'll let God decide whose time it is this weekend, Beneil Dariush. And then Moicano's like, fair enough. Thank you, Jesus, brother. He's just putting a good word in for Jesus. If God's deciding this weekend. He thought he'd get in there first and praise Jesus real quick. So good for him. Merab grifting fan bases again, shouting out the Armenians. Merab just, out of nowhere in the middle of the press conference, puts his hand up and goes, hey, everybody, shout out to Armenia because a lot of Armenians here and they're cheering us because... I love Armenia. Armenia crazy. I'm surprised he didn't have an Armenian flag with him because he just grifting. Merab he's like Sneeko out there, dude. Any trend, any crowd in front of him, he'll adapt to keep relevant. It's insane. Merab just fucking... I love Merab, dude. I don't know why. I just like Merab now. It's funny. It's like a good little show. You know what I mean? Like a little circus act. You know, step up $2 to throw a stone at the Merab in the cage. And then you throw a stone at Merab and he goes crazy. You know? It's like a funny little game. You know, like a fairground ride where you put a little coin in and all of a sudden Merab's going off again. It don't take much for Merab. Other than that, Derrida says he can't wait to drink and party with the... What did Makhachev even say, this press conference? I don't know what Makhachev said. I haven't written down anything that Makhachev said. I think he just mentioned things like, be ready, I'm going to be good, I've trained very hard, and I'm training, and we're going to train hard, and I'm looking forward to the... I don't know what fucking Makhachev said, but... I don't know what Makhachev even said. I haven't even written down anything that Makhachev said. Maybe he didn't say anything. I don't remember him actually getting asked too many questions. Maybe I missed something. But Derrida gets on the mic. He plays it right. You're the guy that we don't really care for. You know what I mean? No offense. But when you're that last spot on the pay-per-view main card at a press conference, like Kevin Holland, Reina Derrida, like you're not top 15 ranked fighters, championship fighters. You know, like you're just there. So he kind of played it right by doing the whole shout out to the crowd. Are you guys drinking? I think he said at one point. The crowd starts going crazy again. And so he kind of like fabricates fans cheering, you know? So they're not going to cheer for, give it up for Reina Derrida, but he's going to ask them questions if they're drinking and drunk, and they're going to go crazy. And he's farming ovations from the crowd, basically. And then he says he can't wait to party and drink after the fight. And then Holland says he can still party after a KO loss. Please don't wrestle. Ha. Weed, bro. Kevin Holland. Weed, man. Radical, dude. Pussy. Weed, dude. Drugs. And Kevin Holland, dude. Don't wrestle me. Weed. Do you get it? Weed. I'm getting sick of Kevin Holland. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm getting kind of sick of Kevin Holland at this point. I wasn't even trying, bro. Weed. I'm 35. Weed. Pussy. Drugs. You know, it's just like... Like, I literally put here, Kevin Holland, quotations, ha ha, weed, bro, ha ha. That's what I've put here on my notes to go into. Armin says the Armenians will be there on Saturday because they're busy at work right now. That's a little shout out to the hard-working Armenian workforce, I guess. And that's that. That's the press conference. It was all right. I didn't mind it. Alex Pereira fans, you need to stop, though. It's because even though you were chanting at Jamahal Hill, Yuri's there as well, you know. So I feel like they were getting collateral damage with the Shama chants. They think they're disrespecting Jamahal Hill, which they were aiming to. But then also Yuri's up there like, fuck, I got slept by him twice as well, you know. So it kind of ruins the vibe. But it's all good. Pereira fans are en masse in the crowd. And yeah, looking forward to the fights. That's all there is to discuss, though. See you for the fights. I'll do a video on Kevin Holland's Rampage Jackson podcast appearance, though. I might do something on that because he was just... Kevin Holland, man. I've been watching a bit of it while I was loading up my stuff, but... Yeah, Kevin Holland. What's going on, man? He needs a big win, or fans' reception to him may swiftly change with another loss. I'm fearing for Kevin Holland here. But we'll see. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Toodle Pip. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Shout out to Merab, dude. One question that he doesn't like. One poke from the media. He's off. 5-minute tangent. Screaming. Anger. Rage. I don't know what's up with Merab, but it's funny to see. Goodbye. Umar was up there shit stirring, though. I will say that. He was up there shit stirring at Merab. So all of this humble Dagestanis don't trash talk thing, that's never been true. They all do it all the time, always. Khabib to Max Holloway. And, you know, I mean, they always trash talk, but they win. So no one says that they are trash talkers. Only the trash talkers are people that lose. That's just how the game works. But Umar was up there provoking. So I think Umar's sort of like using it to his advantage, trying to get Merab riled up and emotional. But he was emotional in the O'Malley performance, and it didn't seem to affect him there. So we'll see. Like and subscribe. See you later. Goodbye.